Beneath the calm blue waters of Lake Mead, something terrifying hides. What divers discovered there changed everything, and some say they wish they had never gone down at all, because at the bottom of this peaceful lake lies a dark history, frozen in silence, and what's buried there will shock you. Lake Mead, once a symbol of progress and pride, the largest man-made lake in America, a place where families came to swim, fish, and relax under the sun. But recently, something strange started happening. The water began to fall, lower and lower, revealing secrets that were never meant to be seen again. Boats rusting in the sand, entire towns emerging from the deep. And then, divers made a discovery that sent chills across the nation. Bodies, old cars, weapons, and clues to crimes that had been forgotten for decades. People began to wonder, what else is hiding beneath? What really happened under those dark waters? This isn't just a story about a lake. It's a story about power, mystery, and the ghosts of America's past. And what divers found down there, well, let's just say, it made even the bravest men afraid to go back. Let's dive in. Back in the 1930s, the United States was desperate for hope. The Great Depression had left millions jobless, so the government decided to build something massive, the Hoover Dam. When it was completed, the dam created a new lake, Lake Mead. It swallowed entire valleys, old towns, farms, and even graveyards. People were forced to leave their homes forever. The rising water covered everything, houses, bridges, and lives, under hundreds of feet of water. And for decades, nobody thought about what was left beneath. But lakes don't forget. As time passed, drought and heat started to dry up the water, and as Lake Mead's level dropped, the past began to rise again. In 2022, for the first time in history, the shoreline retreated so far that old war relics and forgotten towns resurfaced. Then, divers exploring deeper sections found something that changed how people saw the lake forever. Not just metal, not just wreckage, but human remains trapped in the silt since the 1970s. And that was only the beginning. When news broke about the first body in a barrel, the nation was stunned. Divers had stumbled upon it near the lake's shrinking shoreline. The body was sealed tight, a bullet in the skull, and the clothes dated back to the 1970s. That was the same era when Las Vegas, just miles away, was ruled by the mob. It didn't take long for people to connect the dots. The lake, once a peaceful getaway, might have been a perfect dumping ground. No witnesses, no evidence, just endless water. After the first barrel, more were found. Local police called it a graveyard with no tombstones. Former gang members even admitted that Lake Mead was the place to make things disappear. Old cars turned up, guns, bags of cash. Each discovery telling a silent story of greed, betrayal, and revenge. And what's betrayal and revenge. And what's worse, some say there are dozens more barrels still buried deep in the mud, waiting to be revealed as the water keeps falling. Was it the work of the mob? Or something darker, something that doesn't want to be found? Whatever the truth is, it's rising, 1 inch of water at a time. But the secrets of Lake Mead aren't just about crime, they're about loss. And the people who vanished when the dam was built. Under the surface still lies the town of St. Thomas, Nevada, once home to hundreds. When the dam filled, the town drowned. You can still see the church walls and school foundations when the water drops low enough. Divers say the deeper you go, the colder it gets. Some claim to hear strange echoes, like voices calling from the depths. It's easy to explain away, but when you're down there, surrounded by darkness and history, it feels like the lake is alive, watching. Every sunken car, every lost soul, every forgotten dream is part of its story. Scientists say the lake could reach record low levels in the coming years. If that happens, even more will emerge, things buried for nearly a century. The truth is, Lake Mead isn't done revealing its secrets. It's only just beginning. So, what do divers really find at the bottom of Lake Mead? Bodies. Yes. Old cars. Yes. But more than that, they find the echoes of time. This lake is a mirror of America's past. Our ambition, our mistakes, and our mysteries. It shows how quickly dreams can turn to dust, and how the truth always finds its way back to the surface. Maybe the real story isn't about what lies beneath the water. Maybe it's about what we choose to forget and what refuses to stay buried. So next time you look at a calm, still lake, remember this: still water can hide deep darkness, because the past never truly disappears. It just waits, patiently, for the day we dive deep enough to find it again. And what's still down there, waiting to be discovered, might just shock us all.